Hey everybody. For this video, I'm going to be talking about classic Sonic versus different anime verses. So, classic Sonic being from the original first three Sonic games, and I'll also talk about classic Sonic's appearance in Generations as well. So, let's start with the scaling of classic Sonic. So, classic Sonic already within the first game is like a character who can recover from the attacks of Eggman's robots, which can destroy stone structures in the Green Hill Zone and other zones that include like rock or like stone like structures. From these ranging from like small like wall like structures to even entire like mountains. So if you take the lowest possible scale, a casual attack from Classic Sonic, base Classic Sonic within the first game would be wall level. But if you take the higher ends, just for feats of him beating Eggman's robots, his high end would be like small mountain level. Um, then you have feats of him casually producing feats that are equivalent to Eggman's robots, which can also produce anywhere from like small building to mountain level AP. So they're substantially like relative to Sonic, at least in the beginning when he's suppressed. So a casual hit from Sonic can have mountain busting power just within the first game. But then you have stuff like Sonic when he's like going all out in the first game and he's able to defeat like Death Egg level characters, or at least close, so they can have like planet busting implications, which is pretty impressive for his durability. In power scaling, usually the durability scales to the attack potency, so Sonic could also have like maybe possibly moon to small planetary level durability in AP just within the first game. As for speed, Sonic has a scene of running through time, and any feat that's either going through time that can go backward or forwards in time. That's an infinite speed feat. Um, and then if you have characters moving in places where time don't exist, which Classic Sonic is able to do, that's an immeasurable speed feat. Or inaccessible speed, actually. Inaccessible speed. So if base Classic Sonic scales to, by the time of Generations, scales to Generation Sonic, with both of them running, being able to restore the existence of an entire void, like the void that Eggman created in Generations. Classic Sonic and Modern Sonic, respectively, can run fast enough to restore the space and time of that entire, like, empty void. And that's an immeasurable speed feat. Um, Classic Sonic within Generations scales above Sonic from Sonic Colors, which is who is able to run past an infinite black hole, and that will run it. With the gravitational pull of the black hole being strong enough that light can't escape it. So that's an extremely impressive speed feat that honestly gets like massively faster than light on the low end, because the black hole isn't infinite actually. Because the black hole isn't infinite, it's just big. It's like super massive. So that's a MFTL plus speed feat on the low end. Classic Sonic would scale to this as he upscales Color Sonic, um, as well as also upscaling Forces Sonic, who in his fight with Infinite is able to escape a dimension that has no concepts of space or time. So just moving in that space is an immeasurable to even inaccessible speed feat. So in terms of durability, AP, speed, his speed at most is inaccessible. On the low end, it's infinite. But on the absolute lowest end, it's MFTL. But on the absolute highest end, it's inaccessible speed within his base form. Then you have Sonic 3 and Knuckles, with him getting Supersonic in the second game. But in the third game, even if you take like the Archie Comics multiplier Supersonic, which is a 1,000 times multiplier, which is a disgusting lowball, by the way. It still gets Sonic's speed even further into stuff like infinite and immeasurable and inaccessible and irrelevant speed. All of that. Oh yeah, he can scale to irrelevant speed in base or supersonic. But in Generations, they can beat the End, which was a being that scaled to Solaris, with Solaris being a character that was going to destroy all of space and time across the entire Sonic cosmology and all the timelines, meaning every alternate Sonic game and alternate Sonic timeline was being affected by Solaris's power, and was starting to destroy all of that. And that's a complex multiversal feat. You could lowball it to low multiversal, but you could also put it at complex, at low to even like high complex multiversal, because he's threatening multiple infinite size spaces over the course of an instant, like in a quick span. Like for Solaris to be in the snap of a finger, that's like what would be speed. And Sonic can scale, and classic Sonic scales to modern Sonic, who in Super Sonic can scale to Solaris. The Time Eater can scale to Solaris and upscales him. Since all the Sonic villains that follow the previous one upscale them, because there's feats and statements to just put them above it. So classic Sonic can scale at the lowest wall level on like a insane low ball, and then like on the highest he could be like complex multiversal just within the games. But I'm not going to talk about Archie Sonic, because Archie Sonic is like one of the most OP characters in fiction. I was going to talk about other anime, but like I'd rather just talk about the scaling of Sonic now, because this video's been going on for 7 minutes. So I was going to talk about different anime scaled to Sonic, but I think I'm just going to title the video Scaling of Classic Sonic. If you guys want more detailed views, you can also watch other videos that have more detailed explanations. I probably missed a lot of things because I don't want these videos to be very long, or unless it's a vlog or like a in-depth thing, or like if it's like philosophy video or anything that's like that I want it to be longer, like longer in length, then I'll make things longer. But I'm not gonna take this conversation into too in depth. I might even like massively lowballed classic Sonic. Like I'm a big Sonic fan, but I'm very limited in my knowledge of Sonic scaling. Yeah, I'm more of an anime guy when it comes to scaling. Like I know more about anime scaling than I do game scaling. So yeah, if I got an absolute ridiculous lowball, then just let me know. Just put it in the comments. Put where he actually scales. If I lowballed him, or if I highballed him, like even if I highballed him, or if I lowballed him, just if I was wrong with his scaling, then you can just tell me, and I could be like, oh, okay, that's where he scales. Okay, like, subscribe. Please go to my community tab, look at all the posts, comment on videos, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.